want you to tune in on to the State of the Maritime Wrestling Podcast. And the Ultimate Male, who's jacked and stacked, is coming in for a landing. So all aboard the Zane train and get ready for a night of delicious treats from over the pigs from the Ultimate Male. Ho 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 ho! Oh yeah!
This is the truth, the voice, the sound, the soul of the scene, where hearts are crowned. Connor Cook's name shakes the battleground, 'cause it's the state of maritime wrestling. No script, no mask, just heart and steel. He shows the world what makes it real. Maritime war cries will never die, as long as Connor stands nearby.
Hello and welcome to the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, the Maritime Wrestling Superfan, here to keep you all covered on all the news, on upcoming shows, and here to interview your favorite maritime indie wrestlers and talk lots of great things about all of the maritime indie wrestlers and the promotions and stuff. And to kick off episode 40, I want to say a big thank you to the big hitter with all the glitter. The man with the peach ain't no one can defeat. The Cadillac of cardio in the squared circle. The big hammer with all the glamour. The rope running rocket. Ladies and gentlemen, he is jacked and he is stacked and he is ready to take on anyone. Thank you to the Ultimate Male, Zane Valentine, for kicking off episode 40 of the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast. So, I've got lots of big shows to cover with North Pro Canadian Wrestling having an Uncharted Waters event at the Tide and Boar Ballroom at in Moncton, New Brunswick. Kaizen Pro Wrestling, March of the Machine at Alderney Landing in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, and United Wrestling Origins was also happening too. So, I'm gonna start by talking about the North Pro Uncharted Waters, covering the results. Now, starting off with the VIP, we saw the Durnings beat Chocolate City. The Ghost, Ricky Mortis, beat Kevin Breen and is the number one contender to take on the Northern Star Championship against Dawson James at the next show. And there were a lot of big debuts at this show, especially with the VIP. You got Chocolate City, one of the guys from like other promotions that I've seen them wrestle in, like Superstars of Wrestling and a lot more bigger. They're from Montreal. And then Kevin Breen, I think he's also from Montreal. Or maybe like Ontario, I'm not sure, but it's cool to see bring some new talent for their debut. Now for the main card, we see the undisputed North Pro champion, the Kid Rudy Lockhart, beat Dayton Cameron, who hit and retains the undisputed North Pro championship. Now, this is a really big match, especially they are childhood best friends, and plus they are a former, they were a tag team known as RAD, which stands for Rudy and Dayton. Then Dawson James beat Suicide Jesus, Justin Turnbull, and retains the Northern Star Championship. Then, for the women's match, unfortunately, Chantal was unable to go, so Pete LeBlanc stepped up and took her place, and against Sarah Stone, and Sarah Stone beat Pete LeBlanc. Then the main event was for the Pro Wrestling Ontario Trios Championships. The Highlight Heathens beat. Oh, no. Alex Robbins beat James Manning. And for the main event, the Highlight Heathens beat DTN and retains the Pro Wrestling Ontario Championships. And so the next North Pro show that is announced for Moncton is May 15th, 2026. Then on that same night, then over to Kaizen Pro Wrestling, March of the Machines, we saw Benoit Gravel beat Justine Ward. Evan Gibbons beat Matt Kerr and Ken Frazier in a triple threat match. Then there was supposed to be a tag team match with Kobe Christ and Bobby Boyette and Jason versus Jason Boa and Ryan Schimmel, but Ryan Schimmel was unavailable, so they just turned it into a triple threat. And that match ended in the countout. Then Ian Pratt beat Sydney Sweetie, and then the main event, Joey White beat Sebi and retains the Kaizen Pro Wrestling Championship by cheating. So, man, I haven't really seen a lot of matches on the YouTube video. They uploaded the full show, so you can watch that the full show on their YouTube channel. And then United Wrestling Origins, they had their show. Unfortunately, I only had one result. One of the results from the matches. Shano beat Damian Spades with a low blow. Didn't get any information about the Backwoods Buchanan versus Vincent Tyler, Ryan Riggs versus Country Strong Rodney Brom, and Riddick Stone versus Thad Howard, Annapolis Valley Championship match, which I think Thad Howard retained the Annapolis Valley Championship, especially because he's a double champ as well, though, too. Especially, he's got the Real Savage Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship as well. And, mostly, one of my big bucket lists is mainly, for wrestling shows, it's to go to a Kaizen Pro Wrestling show. And maybe go to a North Pro show in St. John. And yeah, So, but there's a lot of big storylines, especially with the Joey White has been like on a really good run with the Kaizen champ title since we got it, and there's lots of big matches, a lot of like the excuse me, a lot of like big got like a lot of big rising stars like Evan Gibbons, who's mainly he's a part of the New Revolution with Joey White and Dawson James and Tony Thorpe. I'm really loving that storyline, dude. That faction is really good. And uh, then you got so the triple threat match was actually like a graduate for the Kaizen graduates match, which obviously had Evan Gibbons, Matt Kerr, and then Ken Frazier. And yeah, it was pretty big. And well, you got a lot of big things for a lot of shows, but that's about there's nothing else to add on to the shows, the results. So now I will be previewing the upcoming shows coming up. Coming up this Friday, March 13th, 2026, Innovative Hybrid Wrestling, IHW Redemption, will be having their event at Miramichi Valley High School, where we're going to see the IHW Honor Champion, the Maritime Luchador, Fantana, Miramichi's own the Horsepower Hunter Sampson, and Shane Butterlove. Then you're going to see the Albertan Clipper, Matt Chevron, the Big Bad Logan Green, LG Logan Green, Chris Charters, Coco Bay, and the TNA wrestling star Cody Deaner, and all of your IHW megastars in action. Then, on Saturday, IHW Chamber of Secrets will be happening at L'École L'Odyssée in Moncton. And we're going to see your IHW Heavyweight Champion, Chip Chambers, IHW Women's Champion, Ronnie freaking Payne, IHW Honor Champion, the Maritime Luchador Fantana, the Hateful Dead, the Ghost Rick and Mortis, and the Marlowe James Manning, Perfect Storm, Julian Young, and Ryan Storm, Shano, Bobby Boyette, the Albertan Clipper, Matt Chevron, Oliver Hansen, Horsepower Hunter Sampson, AWOL, Big Bad Logan Green, or AWOL stands for Always Watch Over Logan, which I like that storyline. The one, Spike Esty, will be making his debut, IHW debut, and TNA wrestling star Cody Deaner returns to IHW. Then, for UCW March Madness, which will be happening the same night as IHW Chambers of Secrets, we're gonna that's gonna be at the Spryfield Lions rink, where we're gonna see Lincoln Steen take on the debuting Dwight Sterling, who will be making his UCW debut. Dawson James will be taking on Shizenko, who is also making his UCW debut. The Hollywood Heathens, you knew it, UCW Tag Team Champions, the Hollywood Heathens, will be defending the belts against the Newfoundland World Order, Max Power and Joey White. Then, Anthony Deuce Harlem will be taking on Create a Wrestler. Then, TNA Wrestling Knockout Tag Team Champion Heather by Elegance will be coming to the Maritimes to take on the sensational Madison Miles. And for the main event, will be a triple threat match. The Maritime King, J.P. Sims, accompanied by Anthony Deuce Harlem and Mr. David A. Boyce, will be taking on the ace of the Maritimes, Dick frickin' Durning, and Jonathan Cross. There's lots of big matches, especially a lot of main star wrestlers like Cody Deaner, and then like TNA Heather by Elegance. That's pretty big. Then for March 21st, we're gonna see Capital City Wrestling, Clash 43. Let's Dance at the Capitol Exhibition Center in Fredericton, New Brunswick, where we're going to see, mainly the main event is going to be Larry Horowitz and Rugged Rick Owens team up and take on Money Talks, the Big Bad Logan Green, and the pillar of your community, Kerry Killam, for the main event. Ever since at the last show, Eviction, where during the NBWA Heavyweight Championship match where Rugged Rick Owens took on Kerry Killam, Larry Horowitz ran into the ring and attacked Kerry, and then Big Bad Logan Green came in and attacked Larry Horowitz during the match. So that's when the guy came out, the board member came out and announced the main event, the tag team match. So that's when I feel like, since Larry Horowitz has returned to CCW, there's going to be a lot of big freaking pops for Larry, because I really like Larry Lowe too. He's very groovy. I would compare him to Wayne Jugs, because he's kind of got that vibe when his music comes on. Everyone jumps out of the seat and starts dancing and chanting Larry, Larry, which is it's awesome. And then the crowd goes over for him. I go over him. He's really freaking over, just in general. Then we're gonna see the debut, the CCW debut of Taylor Rison from you're gonna see Taylor Rison is one of those big stars from NWA and National Wrestling Association and AEW. So one of the premium wrestlers, so it's really big. Also, Wanda Del Rey returns to Capital City Wrestling once again. Your NBWA River Valley Champion, Horsepower Hunter Sampson, NBWA Tag Team Champions, Ace Dynasty, Big Dan McCullough, the Ultimate Male, Zane Valentine, the Local Girl, Salem Wilder, Stormy Hale, the Albertan Clipper, Chevron, Scotty Crew, Nick Strong, Matt Strong, Zatara, Patrick O'Neill, Oscar Ironside, Narcissus Saint, and all your favorite CCW wrestlers, all in action. Then we're going to see, on that same night, we're going to see Rail Savage Pro Wrestling have their first show of 2026 once again, where we're going to see Dominic Warrior versus Jaws. All Territory Elite Championship match, which is going to be a ladder match, which is going to be big. Vic Manson will be taking on Chaos in a 2 out of a 3 falls match. Sacco will be taking on Ollie Weiss. Snake will be taking on Oni Bjornsson, or something like that. Then there's going to be a battle royale for the Extreme Academy Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship, and these are the confirmed entrants for the battle royale. So you got Gabriel Savage, you got Cage, Sacco, Chaz, Holy Vice, Fireball Kid, and Asmodeus. So lots of big. Probably a couple of guys making their debut, but I think it's gonna be good. Also on that same night, Superstars of Wrestling will be having their luck of the draw at RCCG Pavilion of Redemption in St. John, New Brunswick, where we're gonna see the Muscle Beast, Wesley Pipes, take on Bobby Ocean. We're gonna for the AWF Championship. Then we're gonna see the Maritime Luchador Fantana take on Conch Sensei Alex Robbins for the brand new Superstars of Wrestling Cruiserweight Championship. Giant Orion will be taking on the ace of the Maritimes, Dick Frickin' Durning, for the Superstars of Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Then we're going to see the Blood Feather, Bryce Sterling, take on the Prince of Greatness, John Knight. And then the choke artist, Jason Boa, will be taking on 300-pound Slaughterhouse Mayafa. Then, Saturday, March, also on that same night at CCW and Real Savage Pro Wrestling, Deep Boys Championship Wrestling will be having their live pro wrestling event at the Parkside Pub and Smokehouse in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, where we're going to see Jonathan Cross take on Hollywood Core, defending the Parkside Championship. Then, the Maritime Heavyweight Champion, Chip Chambers, will be defending the Maritime Heavyweight Championship against JP Sims. The Kid, Rudy Lockhart, will be taking on the Ghost, Ricky Mortis, in the opening match. Big T will be taking on the sensational Madison Miles for a number one contenders match for the Parkside Championship. Then, the main event is going to be the world's Maurice Power versus Max Power, world's smallest ladder match, which will be very, very interesting, considered. I bet the ladders would be small crap to the point where they can just get up and try to reach for the power tie. That's the whole thing, though, too, because they've been having this really funny storyline where there's like where you got Maurice Power and then what's his name? Max Power. And we're gonna see and you're gonna see who is the real power who wears the power tie. And I think that's a pretty good storyline. And it's a stacked card, though. It's really good. Especially great guys like Chip Chambers, Rick and Mortis, Rudy Lockhart, Madison Miles. I haven't yet seen Madison Miles yet in person. That's one of my big wrestlers I would definitely want to watch. And got JP Sims, Jonathan Cross, with Max Power and all that. So that's pretty big. And then also on Sunday they will be having they'll be traveling over to Mount Unaki, Nova Scotia, at the Mount Unaki Fire Hall for their Royal Rumble event. Then, so they're on the card. We're going to see, for the first time ever, we're going to see Max Power take on Madison Miles. Mainly what this match is going to be, whoever wins draws entrant number 10. Whoever loses draws entrant number 1. And then, first time ever, we're going to see the Ghost Ricky Mortis take on Big T. And we're going to see Hollywood Cole take on Rudy Lockhart. And for the first time ever, we're going to see the family, which is Anthony Deuce Harlem and JP Sims. They will be taking on Chip Chambers and Jonathan Cross. I don't know if this will be for the Maritime Heavyweight Championship, but it's going to be cool. Then for the main event, it's obviously going to be the Royal Rumble, so it's going to be a lot of big entrants. I feel like there might be a few guys making their Daybo's Championship Wrestling debut at the show. Who knows? Could be good. That is all of the upcoming shows that I could have that I have to cover, to preview. And, well, go check out my interviews with Port City's finest, Caden, the ultimate male, Zane Valentine, and the Albertan Clipper, Matt Chevron. All will be out the same time as when this episode of the weekly show comes out. So that is all there is for this episode. Until next time. Thanks for tuning in to the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast. New episodes drop every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Atlantic time. So join me each week to get covered on all the news on upcoming shows and the results from shows that I cover on each episode, along with interviews with your favorite Maritime indie wrestlers that I sit down and interview with. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you all so much for your continued support on the podcast, because it's all things maritime wrestling. I just want to thank everyone for watching, for tuning in on this episode. Make sure to go follow the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. And don't forget to hit that like button down below. Turn on your notifications for when more episodes and more interviews come out. And more videos, just in general. And more maritime wrestling content, just in general. And make sure to smash that subscribe button for more news in the maritime wrestling scene. Thank you all, and have a great night. Thanks for tuning in to the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast. New episodes available every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Atlantic Time. Make sure to go follow the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast Facebook page and Instagram page in the links down below. Do not forget to scan the QR code to dive in on all of the news and interviews and all the incredible talent across the maritime provinces of Canada and much more on the podcast. And thank you for all of your continued support on the podcast, and thanks for listening.